Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Eleven Group.
Like introduce our group. My name is Olivia. She is Coordinator Jamila and this is Hanafi.
We will explain about observation learning method in Madrasah Ibtidaiyah Darul Muhammad Kalamah.
We have PPT based on our observation. In the first slide is the title and our name, and the second slide, that is background of the observation, that is the purpose of observation and the reason. And I will start from the purposes of observation. There are three purposes of our observation. The first measures the extent to which learning media are used effectively in improving students' understanding and skills when learning material. The second, find out how the teacher utilizes learning media in delivering learning material. And the last, identifying needs and challenges in the use of learning media in Madrasah Ibtidaiyah. And then the reason for choosing the Darullah Wal Karamah Madrasah, why we choose the Darullah Wal Karamah Madrasah is because of three reasons. The first, strategic location. The second, in accordance with the observation criteria. And the last, and we saw that the learning method in this madrasah were good. So that even though this Madrasah Ibtidaiyah is relatively new, it has won many championships in both academic and non-academic competition.
Okay, I will explain about how to collect data. First, interview. Interview is a data collection technique you conduct through face-to-face meetings and direct question and answer between research and interviews. Along with the development of technology, the interview method can also be conducted through certain media such as telephone, email, or video call through Zoom or Skype. Interviews are divided into two categories, namely structured and unstructured interviews. And the second, observation. Observation is a complex data collection method because it involves various factors in its implementation. Observation data collection methods not only measure the attitudes of respondents, but can also be used to record various phenomena that occur. Observation data collection techniques are suitable for research that aims to study human behavior, work process, and natural symptoms. This method is also appropriate for respondents whose quantity is not too large. Observation data collection methods are divided into two categories, namely participant observation and non-participant observation. And the third, questionnaire. The questionnaire is a data collection method that is done by giving a set of questionnaire or written statements to respondents to answer. The questionnaire is a more efficient data collection method if the researcher already knows for sure the variables to be measured and knows what to expect from the respondents. In addition, questionnaires are also suitable for use when the number of respondents is large enough and spread over a wide area. Based on the form of the question, questionnaire can be categorized into two types, namely open questionnaire and closed questionnaire. And the last, document study. Document study is a data collection method that is not aimed directly at the research subject. Document study is a type of data collection that examines various kinds of documents that are useful for analysis. Documents that can be used in data collection can be divided into two, namely primary documents and secondary documents. Okay, I think enough from me.
And the fourth slide, we have observation specification table atau tabel spesifikasi observasi. Di tabel ini terdapat komponen observasi. penggunaan media belajar, yakni seberapa sering guru menggunakan media seperti gambar, video, atau alat peraga saat pembelajaran. Komponen yang kedua, interaksi guru dan siswa, yakni tingkat interaksi antara guru dan siswa selama proses pembelajaran. Yang ketiga, aktivitas siswa, tingkat keterlibatan siswa dalam aktivitas pembelajaran seperti diskusi atau praktik sholat, praktik wudhu, dan lain-lain. Yang terakhir, yang keempat, ada metode pembelajaran, yakni keberagaman metode yang digunakan guru dalam belajar. Maksudnya metode-metode apa saja yang digunakan guru saat pembelajaran. Next, di slide kelima ada tabel spesifikasi interview. Komponen observasinya ada wawancara dengan guru, yakni untuk mengetahui apakah media yang digunakan oleh guru itu sudah sesuai dengan kebutuhan siswa atau tidak. Yang kedua, wawancara dengan siswa untuk mengetahui faktor-faktor yang dapat mempengaruhi minat belajar siswa. Yang ketiga, wawancara dengan kepala sekolah untuk mengetahui bagaimana sekolah mempersiapkan berbagai macam metode pembelajaran yang akan diberikan kepada siswa. Yang keempat, wawancara dengan wali kelas, yakni untuk mengetahui dampak dan penerapan siswa terhadap pembelajaran yang diberikan. Apakah setelah pembelajaran itu ada hasil, sebuah hasil yang diperoleh oleh siswa dan diterapkan di kehidupan siswa sehari-hari.
Education is a systematic process of acquiring knowledge, skill, value, and attendance. Through education, individuals can develop their potential to the maximum, improve their quality of life, and contribute positively to society. Education also plays an important role in shaping culture, promoting social progress, and concurring in innovation. A good education must include academic, moral, and practical aspects to prepare individuals to face future challenges. Okay, our point of view, reviewing the result of our observation, we discover many things that we just knew. Teaching is not only about the material that will be given, but how to the material that is given can be understood and applied to students' life. Where in a class there are students with different chapters, teacher must be able to adapt and handle this during learning so that they can educate students to become children with good chapter. For example, the teacher start the lesson by reading a play together. This makes students get used to starting things by playing in their daily life. Okay.
Maybe that's all from us. So,